What's poppin', internet? Welcome to another episode of the Synced Up Podcast, a show where we talk to you about news, games, and sandwich a little fun in between. I'm one of your hosts, Timothy DeRoe, and joining me this week is your boy Mike. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know,
Something's off.
what's off?
I don't know what is.
You feel off? I feel on. I feel on.
Like I'm on.
Yeah.
But something's off, like visually.
This
Like,
thing's a little closer to the TV than it normally is, so like you
Well,
can't
are
see
we
the edge.
further? I feel like we're further than normal. I don't know.
Nah, this is correct.
Hmm.
This is the most center it's ever looked.
Well, yes, but we could still be further and still be center.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It seems fine.
I don't know, man.
I got nothing for you. Still digesting that Squid Game. Watching Squid Game right now.
We'll talk about
that tomorrow, but who boy.
Yes.
Hopefully we finish it before the pod tomorrow. We should be
I'm
able
down.
to. We only got 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah.
That's easy. Today we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. But
That's
before
really nothing.
before we do that, a little bit of housekeeping for you. You should consider supporting the show on Patreon if you enjoy it. You know, if you do. At patreon.com/syncedup. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You support on Patreon?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
I mean, I enjoy the show.
Oh, you don't support on Patreon though.
But I also do.
Oh, okay. For $1, you can get access to our lovely Discord where we talk about a lot of things. What are we talking about today? Not much today. Clash of Clans, Korean films,
the Haunting of show.
Haunting of a little bit of
What's the
Midnight
new one?
Mass Action.
Midnight
Yep.
Okay.
If you want to discuss with us in there for
Sports.
$1 on the Patreon at patreon.com/syncedup, or for $5, you can get access to that Discord and post shows of both the shows that we do and many more goodies, all from youtube.com/syncedup podcast and podcasting services around the globe. New episodes of this show specifically go up in those feeds Mondays, 7 a.m. Central Time Zone, gang. You can also write into the show to synceduppod@gmail.com or the reader mail submissions tab of the Discord with any questions, comments, or concerns, and we may read those on the show. You should also consider dropping a follow on Twitter at SyncedUpPod to keep up to date with all of our content from across the board. You would have seen today that we retweeted your boy Isaiah's tweet that he got accepted to Nationals.
Big poggers,
I know.
as they say.
We need to sponsor him. Get a little sponsorship.
I want to get some sleeves.
Get a synced up jersey.
I want a jersey. That would be sick. Isaiah, what would your number be?
15. Yeah, Beast King
Beats
15.
Okay, fair enough.
Of course.
I should know.
Exactly. But anyway, yeah, Isaiah got accepted in Nationals. That's cool.
That's super cool.
You'd know that if you were in the Discord and you paid $1, patreon.com/syncedup, you'd be in
Or
there.
if you followed us on Twitter.
Or that. At SyncedUpPod.
Because that was the segue off of Twitter.
Exactly. But now let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. That happened on Thursday. Surprise announcement on Wednesday.
You go back a week ago. I was like, how many weeks are left?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
They'll probably answer it the day before.
They'll announce it on Wednesday, and then this Thursday they could do that. They got 2 weeks.
And here we go. So everything announced at the September Nintendo Direct.
September.
This is from Games Radar, of course. I follow Games Radar's roundups because they do that shit in chronological order. For some reason, I just really like that. I don't like to put all the bust your balls things at the top. That way, by the end of me reading the news thing, we're just talking about bullshit. Like, I like to get to the end and be like, Breath of the Wild.
And the order of the presentation is relevant because that's how Nintendo decided to show it. And you can talk about, like, they saved this for last because they thought it was the most relevant.
Exactly. Anyway, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak DLC. Starting out the show with the first trailer for the massive expansion that is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, arriving in summer 2022. Capcom aims to deliver a ton of new elements that will enhance the experience for players, including new hunting and quests. Commas, man. These websites, man, gotta get good with the commas. Sunbreak looks like the Master Rank counterpart to Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion, complete with a new Elder Dragon of its own. Does nothing for me. I don't think it does anything for you. But that's cool.
No, but cool.
This next one's cool. Mario Party Superstars. The upcoming Mario Party Superstars game, which launches on October 29th, also got some time in the spotlight, with Nintendo confirming 5 boards from the Nintendo 64 version of the game. It was also confirmed that all the minigames will have support for online play, which the last one didn't for 2 years, which was odd.
The whole Mario Party thing is so weird. It feels like they took all the feedback from the game that came out a couple years ago
and put it
into this game,
which is weird.
Which is so weird. Why did they never? I mean, there were some
WNDs, baby. WNDs. Anyway, Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. This is a game that Lucas was very excited about in the Discord, upset that not everyone else was hyped with him. We got a bit of a surprise in the reveal of a brand new card battler called Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. With a stunning art style, the game will see everything in the realm represented as cards, from the heroes and villains to towns and environments. It will feature turn-based card battles where skills and a little bit of luck will determine the winner, with what the developer claims will be a spellbinding experience. It's launching on October 28th with both pre-orders and a demo available now. I didn't like this game personally because I just didn't like the overworld and stuff was also cards, and you were like a little pawn moving on it. I just thought it was weird. Like, I liked...
That sounds cool.
I just wasn't into it. I know Lucas was super into it, and I like card games, but to make everything cards was just a little odd for me, and I don't think I like that shtick.
Like, is the story told through cards that you're just revealing?
Yeah, and everything. Like, the overworld is all cards.
I feel like I've seen, like, 5 games that are like this.
Yeah.
And every time I never
like,
hear about them after.
Even the... Oh, here, I'll show you, because I know you didn't watch all of the direct. Even, like, the overworld is made of cards, and you're, like, walking along it. See? You, like, walk along to the shop.
That just looks like you Duelist of the Roses.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair assessment. But see, like in this picture here, you're this little pawn, and you walk and talk to these card people.
Okay.
This is the force. I don't like
it. It literally just looks like a grid of cards.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's what it is.
Maybe not then.
Anyway, Disco Elysium: The Final Cut. The alcohol-soaked depressed detective RPG will be coming to Nintendo Switch as a digital download on October 12th. But if you're a hoarder and are waiting for the physical version, you'll have to hang on until 2022. The final cut of the game takes all the goodness of the original PC release and upgrades it with voice acting for every line of the game, extra playable content like political vision quests, and animations.
I'm offended.
Why?
They said if you're a hoarder,
yeah.
Wait for the physical.
If you hoard physical...
I don't
copies.
hoard them.
That's what anybody who buys physical nowadays, that's what they do, bro. They collect and hoard the physical copies.
I mean, yes. But I feel like that's...
It feels like a slight.
Yeah.
Buy this game, though. It's really good. Super fucking good game.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 game of all time. I will on Xbox when it finally drops on Xbox, whenever that finally happens.
The Final Cut? Is it going to be Game Pass?
No. But Chance wants to buy it, and I told him I'd split it with him to play through it again on Xbox, because now everything's voice acted, and there's a bunch more content. And I love that game, and I'd love to play it on my television. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity Expansion Pass. The second wave of the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity Expansion Pass is coming on October 29th. It will include a new story content, Battle for Kakariko Village, Battle of Gopanga Village, and more. New stages, fresh playable characters, Pura and Robbie, and additional actions for existing characters. Does this do anything for you?
No, I'm probably not revisiting that game. Not because it was bad, just...
You done?
Yeah.
Now this next one, Chocobo GP. If you think that driving cars is a little passé, we may recommend this brand new Chocobo-centric racer. The adorable birds from Final Fantasy are getting the Mario Kart treatment, where you'll be able to race online and use elemental attacks to trip up other racers. It's only got a 2022 release date for now, but that doesn't mean we can't wait to see if Mario Kart has some serious competition for its crown. I can't believe Nintendo showed this off. It is just it's Mario Kart. There was a Rainbow Road. There was like all of that shit. It's kart racer. There's little question. There's question. They're not question blocks. They're question circles. And you pick up the question circles, and it goes, and then you get an item and you throw it. It's just Mario Kart.
I understand, like, okay, using chocobos for your theme, but is there enough interesting Final Fantasy kind of?
They're in cars.
What?
They're in cars. They're chocobos in cars.
See, now
you're not chocobos. It's Mario Kart. It's not just Mario Kart where the chocobos are running.
Why
the
not just
chocobo,
make
they're
Final
in cars.
Fantasy Kart?
That's what it is basically. There's there's Final Fantasy characters in there, but it's just Final Fantasy Mario Kart.
But is there like a chocobo in a cart?
Yes, there is a chocobo in a cart that picks up some mystery circles and throws it. It's just Mario Kart. There was even a Rainbow Road, except for it just looked a little different, but it was rainbow.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, I can't believe.
I want to watch.
How did Nintendo show this blatant ripoff of their IP? That's kind of wild. Anyway.
Wow.
His next one was kind of cool. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Kirby is officially coming back in spring 2022 for a new adventure in a mysterious world that gives off some post-apocalypse vibes. We see our little pink hero wash up on the shore and set off through 3D landscapes with abandoned buildings and some new adorable enemies. While it still seems to have that classic Kirby platforming element to it, we'll be able to freely move through the areas and, of course, make the most of Kirby's copying abilities. I thought this looked really cool.
Kirby Odyssey.
And now this has birthed the Nintendo AAA meme, because it does look kind of like doo-doo.
Yeah, it did not look as
Even Mario
good.
Odyssey looked like crisp.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey looked good.
But this looked fuzzy. It looked fuzzy. I don't think it's going to be good, but it's cool for the Kirby fans.
And I think another thing is maybe it might be too early. The game doesn't look lived in, which that's kind of part of the point.
Seems to like the plot, yeah.
But like,
it also just didn't look.
It
didn't look polished.
Yeah, it didn't look polished.
Yeah.
It looked kind of empty.
Even when Kirby was like jumping, the animation seemed weird. Like when he was doing the boop,
it looked like it still had like the stuttery kind of.
It was odd. I wasn't a fan of it. Now this next one, the announcement of the announcement, Animal Crossing's New Horizons. For anyone waiting for major Animal Crossing New Horizons update, you're in luck. Didn't get announced in this Nintendo Direct for some reason, but October. October is the full announcement of this. Just in October. They didn't say when.
Is it going to be like a New Horizons Direct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate these announcement of the announcements, bro.
I don't know.
Reveal of the reveals piss me off so bad. I was like, why are we here? Anyway, Mario Golf Super Rush. Get ready, but it is exciting that Animal Crossing fans are finally getting something because they've been starving. They've been starving. And when it popped up, I was like, oh heck yeah, dude! Finally, I'm not playing Animal Crossing, but I was like, I'm happy for the Animal Crossing fans. They haven't got shit in like a year. And then it was like, in a few weeks. And I was like, God, are you kidding me? All right, whatever. Mario Golf Super Rush. Get ready to tee off with some new content in Mario Golf Super Rush. Yes, that's right. More familiar faces are hitting the golf course with the addition of Koopa Troopa and Ninja, who are being added as new playable characters. We're also getting a second wave of free DLC with 2 additional golf courses and a free update that's set to launch not long after the Direct. I'm not a fan. I'm an okay fan of it, but I didn't play it, and I'm not like super into it. But it's cool to see that Mario Golf Super Rush is getting a bunch of free shit all the time. Because it seems like it's constantly coming out.
Yeah.
New characters,
They
new courses,
need
new
it
characters.
because that game, had 4 or 5
Yeah, it was content light. Content light.
Yeah.
It's what they should have done with Mario Party.
Yeah, and that's been they at least they are remedying it. But it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That Nintendo's been doing that lately with the party games.
Yeah, it was odd. This next one, Disney Magical World 2 Enchanted Edition. Life can get lonely sometimes, so no one is going to judge you for buying a game just so you can be besties with Elsa and Anna. A remake of the 2015 3DS game. It will include all the DLC from the original as well as new characters from more recent Disney releases. Think of it like Animal Crossing as developed by Mickey Mouse, crafting, furniture, costumes, and hanging out in different Disney-themed areas with favorites like Lilo and Stitch, the Seven Dwarfs, Winnie the Pooh, and Belle. Now, this was a cock tease. Now, the reason I say that is because they opened this trailer with Mickey Mouse grabbing a letter and the narrator going, that looks like an invitation. And I was like, Mickey Mouse is the last Smash DLC character. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It was the biggest, like, are you shitting me? Because it was like, that looks like an invitation. And like a letter flies down and he grabs it and he's like, oh. And I was like, Mickey Mouse and Smash? Oh shit. No. No.
Well, why would you think Mickey Mouse and not Mickey Mouse is going to hand this to Sora?
I don't know. Because it wasn't Sora. It was just all the Disney people. I don't know. But I was like, oh shit. And nah. It was just.
I can't believe they would do that.
Yes.
Knowing that the most in-demand character for Smash is directly related to that character.
And that was another afterwards, the reveal of the reveal. We're not going to reveal the Smash character, but October 5th, the Smash character will be revealed.
So are they having the whole Sakurai Presents at that time?
Yeah.
Weird.
That they didn't announce it
Is
ahead
it
of
the first time?
Yes. They usually announce it ahead of time and then
they announce the character and then
we'll show the moves off and everything.
Yeah. Later because it's.
But
too
they
much.
said no, we're going to announce it. And so I don't know. It's odd.
I'm assuming they're gonna do like a whole 10-minute thing beforehand, like
this is
celebrating Smash so
yeah,
far,
and then show the character or
and
something.
Because
it's the last one.
Thing.
Yeah.
Kirby.
And then he announces that he's stepping off the project, but someone else is going to develop the third DLC pass.
Dude, I don't. Oh man,
If
that's
it
gonna be
happens.
weird.
Yeah, it is going to be odd.
Finally steps away.
Anyway, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It's somewhat of a surprise after the recent announcement of a full remake to see a more common or Garden Plain-Old remaster for KOTOR to its friends. Coming in November 11th, this appears to be the original game in Switch form, which will be an interesting way to experience the classic BioWare Star Wars RPG in its original form and pass the time until the undated reimagined version arrives on other consoles. I did also think that was odd. That you got the announcement of the remaster or the complete remake, and then they just showed like, hey, we're just porting the original to Switch. I was like, that's weird. It's kind of odd timing, but whatever.
I feel
also,
like you would have released this, got some money from people, and then
everyone hypes up KOTOR and stuff, and I never played it. But looking at that original, I would not like that game.
But it's old.
I know, but it's not just that it's old. It's like it's turn based, and I thought it was like an open world action RPG, but it's not. It's like an open world ish turn based RPG, and I was like, this is a turn based Star Wars game. I don't want anything to do with this. So I hope in the remake they just make it action.
I have no comments on KOTOR.
Yeah.
I feel like if I did, I'd get flamed. So
yeah. All right, fair enough.
Out of the conversation.
Dying Light 2 Stay Human and Dying Light Platinum Edition. There's a double whack of open world zombie action on the way with the cloud version of Dying Light 2 confirmed for February 4th, 2022. If experiencing a massive free roaming undead adventure concerns you a little, then don't worry. There's a demo coming the same day so you can test it out, just in case your internet's not good enough and you don't want to purchase it beforehand. If you want a more on the console experience, then Dying Light Platinum Edition brings the original game to Switch as well on the earlier date of October 9th, which is nice because I think the original can run, and the original is a good game.
Yeah.
Weird we're seeing this new, like, we're going to bring these big games to Switch in cloud form thing. I guess it makes sense. But you got Marvel's, not Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy coming out on there and all that stuff. Anyway, Triangle Strategy, they dropped the project. It's just Triangle Strategy, which is a horrendous fucking name. Anyway. After the release of the demo earlier this year, Square Enix gave us an update on the new strategy-based adventure, which formerly had the working title Project Triangle Strategy. They just pulled the same thing. It was Project Octopath Traveler, just dropped the project.
Why?
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
A variety of improvements have been made to the game based on the feedback from a demo survey, with fine-tuning such as difficulty options, adjustable camera features, and the option to look back on previous dialogue. The update came with the news that the story-based strategy RPG is set to release on March 4th, 2022. Cool that they accepted the feedback. I personally did not enjoy the demo, so I will not be playing this game.
Yeah, no, that is cool because I remember those being the big, or difficulty obviously being a big complaint.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Metroid Dread. Ahead of its October 8th release date, we got what we assume is one final trailer. Don't say trailer. That shit was way too long. It was like 7 minutes of Metroid Dread. Heading back down to planet ZDR, we got a recap of the game's story, and it just made us even more excited to join Samus on her latest adventure. Which, again, just reinforced the fact that you don't play fucking Metroid for the plot, bro. Not at all.
No?
No.
She's in a suit.
You don't play Metroid for the plot.
Wait. Are you inferring because of the gameplay or because of Samus?
You play the game because of the gameplay.
Okay.
I'm not saying because you were on a completely different wavelength.
Yeah, I was like weird for you to go there, but
no, I'm saying like the story trailer was just sounded so ass.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you just play this because Metroid gameplay is great.
Yeah,
He was on a completely different fucking wavelength.
Yeah, I mean, the way you
she's
said
in
it,
a
like,
suit, bruh.
when-
And Jordan
when
says she in a bodysuit.
when someone says you don't watch it for the plot, you don't play it for the plot.
I
Usually
get what you're
inferring
saying.
something else.
I get what you're saying, for sure. This next one was actually really exciting, kind of. Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion. After plenty of rumors and reports, Nintendo has officially revealed that a new membership tier is coming to Nintendo Switch Online. The new Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pass will grant you access to a selection of Nintendo 64 games, including The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, and Dr. Mario, along with a collection of Sega Genesis games such as Echo the Dolphin and Street Fighter. Worth noting, there's also like Mario Kart and F-Zero and like a couple of other big ones that were in there. Banjo-Kazooie coming later. Yeah.
Maybe that's in there.
Launching in late October, Nintendo says it will share more details on this new plan at a later date, including the release date and pricing details. Nintendo is also releasing Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis controllers to pair with the new Switch Online tier, priced at $49.99 each. But this is just the start, as Nintendo also confirmed that Kirby Crystal Shards, Zelda Majora's Mask, F-Zero X, Mario Gold, the original Pokemon Snap, Paper Mario, Banjo-Kazooie, and more are to be added later.
There's a lot of good games there.
Yes.
How much? How much do you think?
How much increase?
Yeah.
I'm thinking $7 or $8.
Just for the 64?
I think they increase the cost by $7 or $8. And then I think in like 2 years they make it unoptional and they just increase the price across the board.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No. So you're telling me if I want to play online on like some random game, I'm gonna have to pay like?
It's already dirt cheap, dog.
Well, yeah, but what? It's like
it's $20 a year
for one person.
Yeah.
Not with the family plan.
Like for one person, I think it's even cheaper. Let me look it up.
How
Let's
much?
make sure.
Okay.
Online members.
I wouldn't mind paying for it if the online membership was a good service.
So yeah, $20 a year.
Okay.
And then the family plan is $36 a year, $37 a year, something like that.
Sure. But still, I'm not getting value out of that besides the NES stuff.
Yeah. Because nobody's playing online.
I think if they do that, they need to make need to make online features free. And then just have the NES.
Because online features were
SNES.
free, and then they made them not free.
I know.
And made you have to pay for it. They're not gonna revert.
I think they would.
No way. It's Nintendo, bro.
We just gotta be pissed.
Honestly, we're sitting here
Xbox.
predicting the most likely prediction because of Nintendo is they'll just delete the service, and they'll make the Switch not online. Because that's the type of shit that Nintendo does.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You know? There were some good games. Banjo-Kazooie being in there, nice to see. Because that means some partnership with Microsoft, which means could get some nice third-party games in there. Because a lot of the good-ass Nintendo 64 games are third-party games.
Yeah.
So you could see some really cool stuff from that.
Yeah.
You got to pay more, though.
I think the Nintendo games on their own are probably going to be enough to carry the service. But yeah, and stuff like Banjo.
Hate to see basically the deconfirmation of Game Boy though, because the rumors were that this controller thing was implying Game Boy because the way that it was shown, but it was just like something that they had worked out with the patent company, so it didn't look as like normal.
I mean, N64 is still
it's
just
nice.
as cool.
Also, why would you buy that controller though?
I preferred Game Boy though.
Yeah, I would have preferred Game Boy. Why buy that controller? That Nintendo 64 controller?
No way.
That shit is ass.
I saw.
It's not fun to, dude. It's not fun to play Nintendo 64 games on a fucking Nintendo 64 controller.
Did you see the post that was like, if you were to, if the N64 was going to be Switch controllers, like left, right, how would it be? Directly down the middle or two handles on one side and one on the other?
Yeah. I don't know.
What would you? No.
I have no idea.
Imagine straight down the middle.
Yeah.
You just got big. Never mind.
Anyway, Run Trilogy. Sci-fi and fantasy collide in Paradox Interactive's two-tone tactical RPG series. Shadowrun challenges you to build the perfect mercenary and guide them through a reactive, dystopian world overrun with creatures of myth following a mysterious surge in magical power. This trilogy includes the more modern but still decidedly classical Shadowrun Returns, Shadowrun Dragonfall, Director's Cut, and Shadowrun Hong Kong, and it's coming to Switch next year. Is there anything for you?
Big get. Love Shadowrun games.
Yeah, you know you don't. No, you don't. Castlevania Advance Collection. Available today, the bumper pack of retro vampire action includes Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, and Dracula X. The Game Boy Advance, SNE, and SNES games have had 2021 Update 2, with a new rewind feature, the option to quick save, and button mapping to tailor your whip cracking to your exact specifications. Fans can also access a gallery mode that drool over previously unreleased artwork from the series. Cool they added the quick save, because those games are fucking hard. Cool for those fans, though. Nothing for me, but cool for them. Razer Renaissance. The 90s SNES game Razer Renaissance has been remastered for the Switch, and it's available to play right now. With additional content such as new music tracks and stories, difficulty levels, and shiny updated 2D graphics and HD, you can jump right in and experience all of its classical side-scrolling action and realm management gameplay. Razer do anything for you? Yeah, me fucking neither. Deltarune Chapter 2.
Okay,
Toby Fox's beloved cult series returns to Switch with the recently released Deltarune Chapter 2, and what's even better, it's going to be hurtling on your Switch as a free update to Deltarune Chapter 1. Surely no more needs to be said than you could play this great indie RPG for free later on. Well, today, which would have been Thursday. This is cool. Toby Fox recently said that he wasn't going to release them in chapters after Chapter 1 and then release Chapter 2. So will the rest of the game get released as whole, or will it get in this weird thing? I don't know.
Chapters.
Probably in chapters.
If I was to guess.
I'll play it all when it comes all the way out. I loved Undertale. Thought it was a great game. So Deltarune, probably good. I don't know. I didn't play the demo, so I couldn't tell you. Noah's played the shit out of it. He likes it. There's like cool jokes in there. There's like a thing where, because Toby Fox's whole like branding is that little dog thing.
Yeah.
And it was that little dog thing typing, and it was like, look, it's a guy making a game. Probably not going to come out for a while, though. And it was like kind of fun stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Classic stuff that Toby Fox does. He's a master of his craft and does what he does quite well, but it's just one guy, so it's hard to really do that. So I'll play it all when it all comes out. Super Mario Movie. Now, the weirdest thing to put in the middle of the Direct. He came out with the Miyamoto came out with the Mario shirt, and I was like, Odyssey 2. Finally. Oh my God, what a good Direct. And then he's like, I'm here to announce the cast of the, and I was like, oh, never fucking mind, dude. I cannot believe you did that to me. Who had Star-Lord playing the iconic Italian plumber on their Nintendo Direct bingo card? That's right. Jurassic Park and Guardians of the Galaxy star Chris Pratt has been named as the voice actor for Mario in the Super Mario movie, which Nintendo is making with Minions movie studio Illumination Entertainment. Joining Pratt are the Queen's Gambit's Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's Charlie Day as Luigi, and Jack Black as Bowser. Keegan-Michael Key will lend his vocal cords to Toad, and Seth Rogen will voice Donkey Kong. We're also promised a Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario in the game, and a cameo when the movie is released on December 21st, 2022. I don't want to say too much about this now because we'll probably talk about it a lot tomorrow on the movie cast.
Yeah.
Weird. You didn't know? This is news to you? Yeah.
News to Jordan.
But we'll talk about it tomorrow. What?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow on the Filmcast. Splatoon 3. Fans were delighted to get another lengthy trailer for Splatoon 3 ahead of its release in 2022. Along with the looks at the new and returning stages for the game and fresh power-ups, it seems that mammals may well be returning to the world for the game's single-player campaign. That would be pretty huge, as previously in the series, all mammals have disappeared, bar 2 cats. Mysterious. That's nothing for me. I've never really liked Splatoon games, you know. Cool for them, though.
I might watch. No.
Sorry. And then one more thing was Bayonetta 3, which does nothing for me, but I guess I'm excited for them.
Finally, right?
Yeah. We've finally seen something of a game first announced in Check Crumbling Ancient Notepad 2017. Bayonetta 3 debuted some new gameplay showing everyone's favorite hair-clad witch gun-kicking the shit out of some disco kaiju while turning into a butterfly and unleashing a Godzilla-like monster to fight and what looks like race. Pretty much on par for the series, TBH. Whatever the hell is going on is currently down for a 2022 release date.
That's exciting.
Exciting for them. Now, about Direct as a whole, you didn't watch it, but you watched chunks of it. I think mostly, frankly, in terms of like their September Directs, usually miss.
What was the big thing last year?
The big thing last year, couldn't tell you. I know the big thing in 2019 was Breath of the Wild 2. Nintendo Direct September 2020 roundup. Let's see.
I'm just curious.
All the games from the Nintendo Direct Mini. Oh, they did the partner showcase last year. That was the partner showcase.
So better this year.
Better this year for sure.
I mean,
I think maybe, I don't know.
I feel like you had a lot for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
You just didn't have the big thing.
I don't know. Monster Hunter Rise was announced. Ori and the Will of the Wisp coming to Switch. Fitness Boxing 2.
Isn't this biggest?
Hades coming to Switch.
I mean, cool.
Sniper Elite 4. The Long Dark. Balan Wonderworld. The Rune Factory games.
You're going to say Balan Wonderland to me?
No. It's not as good as last. Or it's better than last year's.
Okay.
But I promise you, it reads better on paper than it was watching it.
I believe you.
I promise
I
you,
wish I could have been there with somebody when they showed Chris Pratt. That's the moment I wish I had with somebody.
You seen the donkey?
I saw the donkey thing and it cracked me up.
What the fuck? He's so cool. He's so cool.
It just seems so fake.
Yeah, it's odd.
Like it didn't seem real.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think most people are eating right now.
Yeah.
Pokemon fans eating. Not in this direct, but just overall. Metroid fans, Bayonetta fans, Kirby fans, Splatoon fans.
Yep. We just not eating.
I mean, yeah, I just want Mario. You just want Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
Smash DLC character.
That would have satisfied us.
Yeah.
But like, because we both specifically want two things. I feel like at this point.
Yeah.
I want confirmation that Odyssey 2.
I just want cool games, bro.
Exists. It's okay. Just say you want Breath of the Wild 2.
I mean, honestly, Breath of the Wild 2 is not super high on my hype list.
But from Nintendo.
Like,
what would be super
from Nintendo?
What could be?
Odyssey 2, obviously. Breath of the Wild 2 is already confirmed, so it's kind of like a known quantity. Let's get more, like, port more games to the Switch. Like, where's fucking Wind Waker HD?
Yeah.
You know?
But I'm to the point where I accepted, like, okay, we're past that stuff. 35th anniversary was the year to do it. Not happening.
Yeah, and it fucking hurts.
But it would be Nintendo to do it on the 36th
I know.
anniversary. I don't know, dude.
Like, Kirby open world game was not what I wanted.
It's not what I wanted, but it's something like, it's not Kirby's Yarn world. No, that's
I think for the most part, Sony's probably won the year in terms of showcases with their PlayStation showcase.
Yeah, I think so too. They had a lot of cool stuff.
Obviously, Game Awards hasn't happened yet, but up until this point, Summer Gaming event was nice with Elden Ring. Mm-hmm. The Xbox showcase was nice but long in the tooth. And then the Sony showcase was concise and pretty much perfection from what you want from a showcase. So I think the Sony showcase has pretty much dominated the year. Only one more news item on the rope report. That's what they call them. The kind of funny podcast.
Hold on, when's the Smash thing?
October 5th.
Okay.
The SEC, that's the government body. They launched an investigation into Activision Blizzard workplace practices. Now, I didn't get an article to talk about this because we've already belabored the hell out of this story.
It's gonna be a long battle.
But yeah, now the United States government has started investigating Activision Blizzard for their antics, their sexual assault, workplace practice, wage discrepancy, all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah, we're gonna be on.
But Diablo 2's out though.
Woo!
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Nobody cares.
And they had server issues for the first 3 fucking days.
I'm sure the people who care about it are playing it, but you're not getting.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I
want to see numbers.
They're probably lower than usual. COD numbers will probably be the same, unfortunately.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate, but
I don't know. Maybe not, because you have all this stuff combined with the fact that Warzone is like impossible to fucking play because of the hackers.
I don't know.
Might be less.
I think not, because there's so many other things to play. If that's your thing, if you want to play a shooter with your homies,
could be less.
You have so many
play
options.
Apex. Yeah.
Go play Apex. Go play Battlefield.
Battlefield. Yep. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. I hope it's less, because fuck Activision Blizzard. But
because back in the day, like most of it was word of mouth, and all your friends just played Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And Halo. Well, you're gonna get a Halo later this year. So I mean,
you're gonna get Battlefield.
We'll have to see. I could see it being.
I could see it either way. But that's it for the news.
That's the news.
Now it's time for the section of the podcast. Where we talk about historical releases in gaming and podcast. And it follows the news with the games, and then we talk about some games
before what you've been playing.
Yeah,
and then
it's called, what's it called?
We talk about the games or
whatever. So
that
from
were
like
released
from like
usually
back in the day?
within the past 20 years, because games weren't they weren't out back then.
Now they coming out.
Grandpa was not.
20 years ago was 2001, dog. They were out.
30 years ago, I mean.
2001. Anyway, time for This Week in Gaming. September 27th, nothing to note. Just a bunch of Japanese stuff. Odd to see in this era. Anyway,
I don't believe.
I'm telling you. September 28th, Pokemon Red and Blue.
Bang.
1998.
What a
classic
kickoff to a franchise.
Dead Rising 2 in 2010. Binding of Isaac in 2011. 10 years since the original drop of Binding of Isaac. Shout out to Noah. He loves that game. I love that game. Good game. Did he leave more socks over there? Oh, man.
What an off.
You didn't have to call him out on VOD. Just Google this day in gaming.
Oh, yeah. I'm stupid.
What'd you look up?
The date.
September 27th.
But I put game releases too. Okay, this day in gaming.
Don't go to Moby Games. That's just bullshit.
Game facts.
September 27th.
27th. Okay.
Nothing nothing that we care about in here.
Dragon Quest V. Castlevania.
Nothing.
Lego Dimensions. Darkest Dungeon, bro?
That's the PlayStation 4 release.
Man.
That's not the original
Sorry.
release. That's why I didn't include it.
Sorry, let me relax. Dragalia Lost on Android.
The reason I didn't XCOM 2, that's also the console release. That's why I didn't include it.
How could you forget Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition?
Golf Story in 2017.
That's a game.
And that's a good game. You played
When's
it?
Golf Story 2 coming out?
Sports Story? It's supposed to drop this year, bro. And then it's been in the ether. Nobody fucking knows what's going on. I hope not, because that first one was really good. Forza Horizon 4, 3 years ago in 2018. And then Genshin Impact. It's been a full year since Genshin Impact.
That was an interesting game.
Yep.
I realized it was way too grindy
Still going.
for me. I'm not playing it. Yeah,
Where are you playing Dokkan?
I know. But no, here's the deal.
Way too grindy?
No, let me explain.
But Dokkan.
Give me a moment.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Genshin, like the daily grind, is like an hour and a half of your time.
Mm-hmm.
Dokkan, I can play for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Watch TV while I do it and be good.
Okay.
Like, you actually need to focus on Genshin.
Okay, all right.
You're switching characters. You're doing it. I'm popping bubbles, bro. And you're doing the same thing, playing Bubble Witch Saga over there.
Speaking of, I got to get my daily login.
Yeah, don't talk. It's the same thing,
Yeah,
bro.
you're right.
Mine just has a Dragon Ball skin.
September 29th, Nintendo 64 drops in 1996 with the launch title Pilot Wings, also in 1996.
Well, no, that's not the only launch title.
The other launch title was Mario 64, but that came out like a week later.
What?
Rest assured.
Purring over there?
That's my boy. He get massaged.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You got the massage chair going?
Yeah.
What the
yeah, boy. My boy, we got the massager.
I'll let you.
He said, "What's purring over there?"
I'll let you get.
I'm over here running the show. You
sorry.
do the show.
All right.
Cuphead 2017. 4 years since Cuphead. Good ass game. Where's the DLC?
Bonito. It's not coming. Stop asking.
Fuck Cuphead from Isaiah.
What? I don't either. But this one made me get over it.
Fair enough. September 30th, F-Zero X in 1999. Halo Combat Evolved in 2003. And then Shadow of Mordor in 2014. A game which I liked more than a lot of people. And that Nemesis system was cool. October 1st, Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels 2007.
Really?
Phantom Hourglass in 2007. And then GTA Online in 2013. Remember, GTA didn't launch with GTA Online. It came like a month later.
2013.
Yeah, yes, sir, ski.
My God.
Still going. October 2nd. That's the best pirate we've ever seen. Resident Evil 6, 2012. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, good-ass game, 2018. Crash Bandicoot 4, About Time, 2020. And Star Wars Squadrons, 2020. A year since both those games.
Squadrons?
I did. I played for just a little bit.
Okay.
It was mildly enjoyable.
Was that the VR one? No.
You could play it in VR if you wanted.
Okay.
But it wasn't made for VR.
Cool.
October 3rd, Wii Party in 2010. Good-ass game. That's the game with tanks, bro.
They should have just renamed that game Tanks.
Dude, just port tanks to Switch. Because I fucking loved tanks.
I watched a speed run of Wii Party.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, all the games on there that I did not care about.
Yeah. Dude, I just played tanks.
There was the one where
So
you have your Mii, and you have to do the poses. And you switch the poses and turn it.
Yep.
Nobody cares about that one. I will say the only other one I cared about was the duck hunting one.
The duck hunt one?
That one was good.
Bro, I literally booted that game up to just play fucking tanks.
Yeah.
I didn't play anything else.
It felt like the most arcade game. Because you would just
could play with your homie. You could play with your homie. Oh, so good.
Oh, dude, I get so mad at my homies.
I know, dude.
I'd try and play with my brother, and he would mess up, and he was too young to know.
Mm.
But I'd
get so pissed. I'd be like, dude, we're trying to get further in these fucking levels, man, and you're really letting the team down.
I would have died taking out like 4 tanks, and he's like trying to hit down one down a corridor.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you hear the I don't remember what the music was for dying, but I would just like put the controller down.
Yep.
Oh,
the original Rage in 2011, and then the Smash Bros for the DS in 2014.
I played on the DS for a very long time.
That's
like
wild.
2 years, and I went back because this is okay. We had to think about
It's
this.
just a different game.
Yes,
Like,
but I couldn't remember who my main was, so I booted it up, and my time was Little Mac.
oh, was it?
Yeah, I played Little Mac the most. That was the same day. I busted out Little Mac
Oh,
against you.
is that what
I was like, I
happened?
wonder how fresh he is.
Oh man.
And then I whooped you like 5 times
Yeah.
in a row,
Yeah,
and then you finally got over my Little Mac.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I busted out Little Mac that one day.
Makes sense.
Because it was like Little Mac, Greninja.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird, dude.
Yeah.
I was not playing Mario.
That's This Week in Gaming.
That was.
Good stuff.
What's
Now
your
it's time to talk
favorite?
about the things. What?
What was your favorite?
I don't fucking know, bro.
You gotta have something. It's red and blue for me.
Yeah, Pokemon probably. Anyway, you played anything this week?
Unite.
Just some Unite on mobile,
Yeah.
Mobile?
Trying out Unite.
which
Oh,
seems
mobile?
by all accounts, and from me
Way
touching
better.
it, that it was made for mobile, and they just released it on Switch first
It's
for some reason.
honestly crazy that it's the same game.
Yeah.
And maybe I
Plays
should go
way
look at
better.
it. Maybe I should look at. Maybe I should go look at the Switch
Yeah.
and see if they also updated
Nah,
it.
bro, that shit's probably still ass.
But like, what if?
I don't know. Maybe
Because like, I was reading some like.
it's not.
patch
It's
note
just not
update
optimized.
stuff.
It's like it was optimized for mobile, ported to Switch.
Yes, but it looks like they updated the Switch version as well to make it run better. So
Yeah.
I want to see,
If it plays good.
yeah, if it also plays as good.
Mhm.
Because if it does, maybe I'll still play on the Switch. Otherwise, I'm playing just on mobile. Because
Yeah.
that game runs
game.
so good and
Good
it's
game.
fun.
Mhm.
I lost 4 times
Mm-hmm.
and I still
You get
enjoyed
piped.
it. My
Um,
teammates.
I finished Deathloop.
Yeah.
Which I do think is a good game, and I think it's warranted that people like it so much. But
Don't say.
it's not that high for me. I put it in my top 10 games of the year at number 9.
Maybe you should just.
I put it behind Maquette, bro,
You should
and that was a
just learn-
free game for PS
You
Plus.
should just learn how to read. And
I
you-
do. It's not just that, man. It's just so odd. That game is very, very good, and anyone who likes Dishonored, play this game because you'll love this fucking game. But it's just Arcane Man has never done it for me. It's like the one company that I just cannot get into their shit. And I'm hoping Avowed is good because that's the Skyrim like game that they're making, and I think that'll be great. But just the gunplay and stuff in Arcane games has just always not been that great, and I think in this it is also not that great. And even once I got used to it, I don't know it, and it's weird. It's even still wasn't that good, but once I got past that hump, it got better. The story was pretty good, but it's almost exclusively told through reading things, which I'm not a fan of. Like you're picking up notes, you're looking at notes and shit and scouring for things. And it's almost exclusively told through that medium. Not a big fan of that. I didn't play any of the Juliana stuff where you invade people because I just wasn't interested in it. And I pretty much immediately turned off the invasion thing because I was like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. I'm just playing this game. Yeah. So I couldn't tell you about that. And if you think that makes my opinion on the game lessen, sorry. And then the other thing was I had 4 or 5 game-breaking glitches that caused me to lose a lot of progress that just made me not want to play it as bad. Like several times I paused and just couldn't unpause and would lose like an hour and a half of progress, 45 minutes of progress, 25 minutes of progress. Like that was so fucking infuriating that made my opinion of this game lessen.
Which sucks because like you don't want to blame it on the game and you don't want to like deduct it immediately from like your internal score for the game or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because when that happened to me when I was playing Valhalla and it sent me back, I don't remember how many hours. It was a lot at one point. It was like 8 hours or something. And I was able to zoom through it, but it was still like you're immediately like I despise this game at this point because I've wasted
It sucks.
8 hours. Yeah.
And I think it would be higher on my list if it wasn't for those game-breaking glitches. And I was playing on PC. I wasn't playing on PS5, so maybe it has something to do with that, but I don't know. And then also I played a little bit of the Halo Flight. Ooh, that game's going to be fucking good when it comes out, bro. When the whole squad's in there, we got Isaiah, probably Isaiah's friends like Ryan and stuff. We get Jordan now at his Xbox, me, Chance, Spencer, Lucas, all fucking playing Halo like on Big Team Battle because it's on Game Pass. That shit's for free. And even if you don't have Game Pass and you don't want to pay for it, you can still play the multiplayer for free with your homies. This game's going to be the shit. Like, oh man, it plays so well. It feels so crisp. All the sounds are really good. The maps are really good. It looks really good. It plays really good. Everything's about it really good. So get excited for fucking Halo, guys. That shit, it's back.
I'm ready.
Hopefully the campaign holds up.
We need something because like it's
gonna be fun, dude.
You don't have many games like it right now because everything's like up to 4-player teams.
Yeah.
Like
bro. Big team battle, 12 teams, 12-man teams, bro. We can get the whole fucking gang in there. Now we might be limited by the amount of people you can have in an Xbox party, which has been a long time since I had a problem like that. But I think that could happen.
You think?
What?
To like 4?
Well, no, because the Xbox party, I think max is out at 8 or something like that.
Well, 8. I don't think we'll go over 8.
I don't know. Me, you, I feel like if we can get
See,
everyone lined up.
The other stipulation though is us all being available.
I know that's the one thing, but I think it could be possible. It's in December, things are more lax with school and shit. Get a weekend, everybody playing, bro. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait for this game to come out. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, now it's time for Reader Mail. You can write into synceduppod@gmail.com or the Reader Mail submissions tab of the Discord with any questions, comments, concerns. We may read those on the show, just like Fielding did. Mm-hmm. Hello, Brutus.
Hello,
Are you guys a fan of something but you dislike or don't vibe with the rest of the fan base? Much love, Fielding.
MTG.
So, MTG? Yeah. The fan base? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
there's some good content creators.
When I walked into Wizards today to look for some Pokemon
they're not very
cards,
welcoming, bro. And they'll look down on you. They'll look down on you.
I feel like I'm getting weird looks the whole time.
They'll look down on you.
Kylie was with me too.
And they'll be neck bearded, body odor as a motherfucker, and they'll have the audacity to look down on your ass when you walk in and ask a question about Magic.
Yeah.
And they're like, this fucking...
like, I just do not feel welcome.
But that's not the whole fan base. No, nobody get offended. But because there's people like us and stuff that are into it. But like the Magic the Gathering fan base, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm sure you guys can attest. You and Jordan, League probably.
Oh, League is extremely toxic. I feel like Spencer might hate me. I feel like he's representative when we play League of the side of League I don't like.
He definitely is, bro.
I don't like the surrender as soon as possible.
FF.
My issue with the League community is at the core of its game. This game is meant for fun, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
And I fully understand.
That's just games.
I fully understand. Because me and Mike are the same way. When we're in the game, unless we have already pre-established that we're just messing around, once we're in game, it's serious. You know your role. Play your role. However, I don't think every slight mistake is an instant game loser.
Yeah, don't hit an FF.
And the League community, if one thing messes up, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. No more.
Come on, bro. Let's play the game.
And the flaming is like Xbox Modern Warfare 2 levels without any sort of comedy behind it.
There's no difference between ranked and casual.
No, there is.
Yeah,
there's everyone plays like it's the last game of their life.
Yeah, I think those are the answers for sure.
I
don't really have anything.
Answer, bro?
I don't really have anything.
Nothing.
Nah, like I mean, all the fan bases and majority of the things
Pokemon
that I like are pretty
communities
good.
usually pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh nerds or something else.
Just card game nerds. What else?
This isn't like less games, I guess. Well, maybe not in the modern day, but
It doesn't have to be a game.
the community for Star Wars is very toxic in a lot of ways.
Towards the actors and shit.
Yeah, towards the actors, towards some of the stories, and the age old prequels, sequels.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, it's all part of the story. Just relax.
Yeah.
Anyway, Spencer writes in, with Sony's newest announcement of a $10 upgrade path for exclusives, do you see this hampering the game sales on the PS5 or the console's already dismal sales due to lack of product? And how long until cross-gen games are no longer a thing and we move fully into the current generation? So I have a lot of problems with this. First and foremost, it's not like a recent thing. The $10 price thing, it's been a thing for a long time, bro. You could upgrade Ghosts from Call of Duty Ghosts from PS3 to PS4 for $10. That was a thing. That was a big thing in the back of the day. That's already been a thing for a while. Sony had it for some games, so that's not like a completely new thing. The console does not have dismal sales. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's selling incredibly well, even though it has lack of product. So I don't know, that part of the email makes no sense to me because it's selling quite well. Let me read it.
Let me truly understand. Or the consoles are. Or I think he's just suggesting that the console has low sales because there's not a lot of product.
But it doesn't, because it's selling better in its first period than the PS4. True. So even despite that, it would sell better if there was more product, but the lack of product isn't making it sell any less.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah. And then how long until cross-gen games are no longer a thing and we move fully into the current generation? A year and a half, probably.
Yeah, because they're gonna keep making money. It's not until that we're caught up.
It's once the games that have been being made for a while start coming out.
Not even that too. There's not enough PS5s out there yet.
Yeah,
I feel like to really justify. Stop making it for PS4.
It's just once you get about 3 or 4 years after a console's come out, that's when you're probably fully locked in because games take about 3 to 5 years to make, and so that's when you'll start getting people who have started a new game on the PS5 and it made it for the PS5. So I think it'll be a year and a half, 2 years from now. We'll be pretty locked in.
Yeah, probably. I agree.
Miguel writes in,
My boy.
"Hi guys, how important is innovation to you? Does a game need to bring something new to the medium, or is its genre in order to achieve great or amazing status in your book? Or is it enough for it to do right what it set out to do? This may be a hot take, but in my opinion, innovation is overrated, and at least when it's not about the hardware. Hope y'all are having a great weekend, Mig." No, I don't think it's really that necessary. I think it is in certain cases, like for horror movies, not games. I think there has to be some sort of thing to change it up for me, and I'm sure in horror games it's the same way. I'm getting a phone call.
I think most of the time innovation is fine. Are you going to accept this phone call?
I don't know.
This is the decision.
Well, we're about to finish the show. Let's finish the show.
I think innovation is good. I think where we get confused. Why are you muting the mic? Well, he's covering the mic with his hand. I know.
I tried. Anyway, let's finish up.
I think innovation is good. I think where we get confused is the difference between innovation and gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
Where like, Cuphead.
Yeah.
The animation style is an innovation. That's not something that's normally in that in gaming in general. Is like that nice hand drawn cartoon style of animation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's innovative to that genre of like super hard platforming.
Mm-hmm.
That it drew me to it because it was different, it was new, something I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
But if you had done something more gimmicky, I feel like I wouldn't like it as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem is a lot of games persuade gimmicks as innovation.
Yeah.
Just because it's something that hasn't been tried before doesn't mean it's necessarily innovative.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Yeah. I don't think it's that
What is your
important.
thought, sir?
I don't think it's that important.
No?
I really don't. I think it is in just some cases, but not in all of them.
I think it's more important for like newer games.
Mm-hmm.
If you're already established, you don't need to be trying to do crazy new innovative
just
stuff.
do what you got well.
If you're trying to make a new battle royale right now, you need to be innovative.
Of course.
You can't just copy paste anymore.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Lucas writes in, "What are your favorite board games to bust out when friends are over?" There's a good amount of answers. There's a good answers to this.
Operation.
I don't know. There's like a lot of good classics. I prefer to play like more intense board games, but when like friends are over, you got things like Catan. You got things.
Train game.
The train game. Oh, Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
Quartz. It's a good ass
Quartz
game.
and cocktails.
A little
Exploding
Kittens is a classic. Stuff like that. Just little party games.
Mm-hmm. Werewolf's fun.
Stuff like that. Sheriff of Nottingham.
Stuff that doesn't take a lot of explaining.
Exactly.
Because when you got a lot of people, it's hard. People don't like to listen.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people over, we partying.
Exactly.
They're not trying to listen.
That's it for this episode of the Synced Up Podcast.
That's it.
If you support us on Patreon at the $5 tier, you get what? There's nothing else.
I'm just sad. It's over.
Oh, you get access to the lovely post show that we're about to do after this. So for all of you who paid that $5, we'll see you in a few minutes. Everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow or next week. Goodbye.
Come tomorrow. We're going to talk about Mario.
Mm-hmm.